Today we're going to solve linear equations with variables on both sides. The first one we're going to do is 8y plus 9 is equal to 15 plus 9y. Again, we're trying to figure out what y is. Y could be 0, could be -5, could be 2. But in order to do this, you want to put the variables on one side of the equal sign and the numbers on the other side. The variables could be on the left or the variables could be on the right. So in order to do this, let's go ahead and put the variables on the left. So right now our variable is we're adding 9y. So we want to do the opposite, the inverse operation. So the inverse of adding 9y is subtracting 9y to both sides. The 9y's cancel out. I'm left with 15. And 8y minus 9y is actually a -1y. And if you notice, I still have plus 9, and that needs to be brought down. Now, since I brought the variables to the left, I now want to bring the numbers to the right. So I have to undo adding 9. So I'm going to subtract 9 to both sides. Those cancel out. I am bringing down a -1y is equal to 15 minus 9 is equal to 6. Except I don't want a -1y, I want a positive y, which is why we have to undo this multiplication. So the opposite of multiplying by a -1 is dividing by a -1. The -1's cancel out and y is equal to -6. Again, let's go ahead and check our answer. We're going to take -6 and put it in for this y and for that y. So 8 times -6 plus 9 is it equal to 15 plus 9 times -6. -48 plus 9 is it equal to 15 plus -54. -48 plus 9 is -39, and 15 plus a -54 is a -39. Therefore, we do have the correct solution to our equation. And try another one. 12 minus 5x is equal to 4 minus x. This time we put the variables on the left. Let's go ahead and bring the variables to the right. We are going to add 5x to both sides. The 5x's cancel out. I'm left with 12 equals 4 and -x plus a 5x, and again that -x is -1x plus 5x is equal to a positive 4x. And since I brought my x's to the right, now I'm going to bring my numbers to the left. I'm going to subtract 4 to both sides. Those cancel out. 4x is equal to 8. I want to undo the multiplication, so I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And x is equal to 2. Again, let's go ahead and put 2 in for that x and for that x. So 12 minus 5 times 2 is it equal to 4 minus x, 4 minus x, so it's going to be 4 minus 2. 12 minus 10 is equal to 2, and 2 is equal to 2. We are good to go. Now if you have negative 6x minus 9x plus 5 is equal to negative 13 minus, negative 13x minus 11. The first thing that you want to do is actually, I can combine like terms. I can combine those two. Negative 6x minus 9x is negative 15x plus 5 is equal to negative 13x minus 11. Again, let's go ahead and bring this negative 15x over here, and that will give us some positive x's. The opposite of a negative 15x is a positive 15x, which is why I'm adding 15x to both sides. Those cancel out. Left with 5 is equal to negative 13x plus 15x is actually 2x minus 11. Again, I want to bring the numbers to the right. You're going to add 11 to both sides. 2x is equal to 16. Divide both sides by 2. And x is equal to 8. I have one more for us to do. The last one we're going to do is negative n plus 4 times the quantity, 2 plus 3n, is equal to negative 5n minus 12. Again, before I do anything, I actually have to distribute. Negative n plus 4 times 2 is 8, plus 4 times 3n is 12n, is equal to negative 5n minus 12. I want to combine the n's, and negative 1n plus a 12n is actually 11n, and I have that plus 8 is equal to negative 5n minus 12. Let's go ahead, and we are actually going to take the negative 5n and we're going to bring it to the left. Going to add 5n to both sides. Those cancel out. I am actually left with a negative 12 to bring down. Negative 12 is equal to 8 plus 16n. I want to subtract 8 to both sides. 16n is equal to negative 20. Divide both sides by 16. N is equal to a negative divided by a positive is still a negative. 16 goes into 20 one time with 4 left over. And this actually simplifies to negative 1 and 1/4. Or you could actually say negative 1.25. And that's how you solve linear equations with variables on both sides.